The fastest and easiest way to launch any product is by using a founding member launch. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 5 steps to an effective founding member launch. So first things first, what is a founding member launch? Well, it's a way to invite your audience to buy an idea that you're thinking of creating. This might be maybe an idea for a course, a membership. It could be an idea for a software, a mastermind. It could be an idea for any product that you are looking to sell. And the concept is we're inviting our audience to come and purchase it before we've even created it. Now, why would we do that? Well, we want to gauge whether the market actually has interest in the thing that we're thinking of creating. And we want to do that before we go spend a whole bunch of time, energy, and money in creating the thing and then finding out whether or not the market does or maybe doesn't want it. So how do you go about doing a founding member launch? Well, it boils down to 5 key steps. Step number 1 is you want to float the idea out there. And what do I mean by that? Well, wherever you are communicating with your audience, maybe it's on Facebook or Instagram, maybe it's here on YouTube, or maybe it's on a podcast or an email list. Wherever you are communicating with your audience, you're going to create a message. And the first part of the message is you're going to talk about the idea of the thing that you're thinking of creating. So let's say it was a membership site. You might say something to the effect of, hey, I was listening to this crazy Canadian on YouTube the other day, and it got me thinking about a membership site idea and how that might be a way that I could serve you, our incredible audience. The more I thought about it, the more excited I got, because I am passionate about helping you do X, Y, and Z. And I know that a community and a membership can be the best vehicle to help you do that. So step number 1 is we're talking about what the idea is and where the idea initially came from. Step number 2 is then you cast the vision. So in the same message, this next part is you're gonna talk about where you see that idea going. And you wanna be upfront about the fact that you haven't created anything yet. It is just a raw idea, but you see that idea becoming so much more and therefore so much more beneficial to your audience. So you might say something like, now, I haven't created any of this yet. It's just a very raw idea, but here's where I see it going. I see this becoming da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. You want to give like vision to where you see this idea going, how it would benefit your audience, and the impact it would have on their lives. So the second step is cast the vision. Third step of this message is then you want to invite them to come and join you to be part of your membership or your course, owner of the product that you are looking to create. Now, this is where people get a little bit squirrely, because what happens is we start thinking, well, wait a minute, like I'm going to invite them to come and pay for something that I haven't created. I don't know. And we start getting all weirded out. But the reality of it is that when you're inviting people to join you as a founding member, it is a huge win-win for both sides. It's a win for you, obviously, because you're going to generate revenue up front. You're validating the idea. But it's also a big win for your customers. And I want you to realize that, because what we're going to do is we're going to give those people a rock bottom price for joining us as a founding member. And not only will they get in now and also be able to shape the direction that we take this, but they're also going to get the finished product as well. So while others are going to pay a much higher price when we raise it down the road, their price is going to be the rock bottom price. So people are actually really excited to get in on the ground floor, to get a good deal, and also to get the finished product when it is finally ready. And so what we want to do in this third step is we want to invite people to come and join us as a founding member. We want to talk about the benefits of being a founding member, like they're going to get the founding member launch price. Number 2, they're going to have say and guide the direction that this idea takes. And number 3, they're going to get the finished product. And they're also going to get all the benefits of that finished product when it is finally created. So there's real incentive for people to come and join as a founding member. And you want to explain that again in the third part of this message. Now, the fourth part of the message is where we're going to have a call to action. And again, this is where people get a little squirrely, because we're actually gonna give people a link to where they can go and pay. Imagine that. People might think here,
oh wait, I don't have a sales letter yet, like I don't have this, I don't have that.
all these excuses come rushing to the forefront. And let me just tell you, all that is fear. Those are the gremlins that are trying to prevent you from making progress in your life. Because as humans, we just want to keep doing the same thing that we've always done because it's comfortable. And doing something new is often uncomfortable, and that's when the gremlins start saying,
whoa, wait a minute, like this is not what we normally do.
and that's when you know you're on the verge of a breakthrough, is when the gremlins start becoming the loudest. So when those voices start appearing, I want you to realize that you're right on the edge of a breakthrough. So that's a good thing. So here's what we're gonna do in this 4-step. With the call to action, is we're actually gonna tell people to take a step to raise their hand that they're interested in becoming a founding member. Now there's a variety of ways you can do this. Many people that we've taught have said something to the effect of, hey, let me know in the comments if you're interested in becoming a founding member. And so people will express their interest in the comments. I myself have a little fragile ego. So like, I don't like doing that, because what if nobody says that they're interested? Now I've publicly got egg on my face, and I don't want that. So how do you get around it? Well, my typical call to action that I have used over and over again is I invite people to express their interest by sending me a direct message. That way, nobody knows if 100 people or 1 person expressed interest. And it allows me the flexibility to be able to move forward based on what I determine the response, good or bad, to be. Make sense? I'll typically say, if you're interested in joining as a founding member, just shoot me a direct message and say, I'm interested. So that brings us to the 5th and final step of a founding member launch, and that is the follow-up. It feels so good when people raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested in this idea that you're cooking. But that feeling will only last if you actually follow up and give them a link to pay you. Don't get caught up in the feeling that, oh my gosh, it feels so good, I got all these people interested. Hey, those people are interested, but they're not yet committed. We want commitment. So you're gonna send them a checkout link. And again, the gremlins may raise up here and say,
yeah, but we don't have like a proper checkout page, we don't have a sales page, we don't have the details listed out everywhere, yada, yada, yada.
Listen, you don't need any of that. All you need to do is just send them a simple checkout page. That could be on your shopping cart, it could be on Stripe, it could be a PayPal checkout link. Like I think of years ago, Anna Saucier did this live at our event. She didn't have any of that stuff created. She just sent people a simple PayPal checkout link.
I was hoping for 10 people. My stretch goal was 16.
And by the end of the seminar, she had generated over $5,000, $5,024 to be exact, just by sending people a PayPal checkout link.
It's incredible.
That's the 5th and final step, is the follow-up. You want to send people the checkout link, and it might be a simple message like, great, so looking forward to having you join us as a founding member. Here's the checkout link to complete your registration. Then you might have another message that says, and by the way, as soon as that's done, I'll be in touch with our first member call, as an example. Key point here is that you've got to follow up. When people express interest, don't get caught up in the warm and fuzzies of the interest. We want the warm and fuzzies of people actually committed and paying. Well, there are all kinds of ways to price this depending on what you're offering and selling. I have seen in the membership world, people offer only monthly only, annual only, or even lifetime to generate more cash up front. The choices are endless, and in a future video, we'll talk about pricing and break that down into its specifics. But bottom line is, a founding member launch is the fastest and easiest way to gauge the interest of your audience and to actually start generating revenue. And if all you do is just follow these 5 simple steps, number 1, talk about the idea. What is the idea? Where did it come from? Number 2, cast the vision. Where do you see this idea going, and what impact do you see it having on your audience? Number 3 is the invite. Invite them to come and join you as a founding member and explain the benefits of being a founding member. Number 4, call to action. Tell them specifically what to do next. My favorite is send me a DM saying that you're interested. And number 5 is the follow-up. Once people express interest, then you gotta follow up and send them the payment link to complete the registration. These are 5 simple steps. You can do this by the end of the week. Don't let the gremlins get in the way of your next breakthrough. And keep me posted on your founding member launch results. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more great membership site tips and tricks.